Hey y'all. So while we're stuck at home, I had a member reach out and ask for some pistol progressions. And so if you don't know, a pistol is a one-legged squat. I'll get nice and tight. Remember, bracing is always the first thing we need to do, especially in the pistol. So we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But we'll squat down on one leg and come back up. So it requires a lot of stability and balance and also a lot of leg strength. So we kind of want to keep both of these things in mind. And a lot of the progressions we'll do will work on some more than others. And again, this is going off the assumption that we're not in a gym, so we don't have our typical tools. So we might be doing things a little bit differently here. So first thing we want to do is just start with developing some leg strength. We can do that really well with lunges, but we can get more strength from something like a Bulgarian split squat. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put a leg back here, and then we'll kind of squat back down into it. And so you can see this mimics that one-legged stuff here, but I get a little more load on that leg. Then if you have anything laying around like a dumbbell or a backpack or two dumbbells, we can weight this exercise a little bit more. So in the gym, we would typically give you a rep scheme and we'd give you a percentage to work off of. When we're dealing with body weight and we're dealing with lighter weights, the number of reps is going to vary so much for each person. So the main thing we need to look for as we're doing these things is we're going to look for almost going to failure, if not going to failure. And typically 3 to 5 sets on each leg going to failure or really close to it, like 1, 2, 3 reps shy of failure is going to be what we're looking for. So Bulgarian split squat will be a great accessory exercise that you can do before a workout, or you can do it after a workout. Usually when we're getting high rep things in like that, usually post-workout is a little bit better time for it to develop that strength. So now we also need to develop the technique and the stability for it. Something we can do is just we can do a pistol sitting down onto the couch. So I can sit here, lift that leg up, and then I can actually squat my way down here, sit on the couch, and then stand my way back up. Squat down, sit on the couch, stand my way back up. Then I can even progress to using the couch almost as a catcher just in case I need it, and squat down, and I'm trying to just tap and come back up. That way if I get off balance a little bit, I'll have something to catch me back there. That is a pretty tough progression there. So there are some simpler ones, but we'll need some equipment for it. So I'm just grabbing a chair. Make sure the chair is nice and stable, and make sure you're standing in the middle of it. You don't want to fall off of this thing. My guess is that'd be an easy way to break a arm or a wrist or something. So first thing we would do, and this would probably be the very most basic place to start here, is just going to be a step up. So stepping up onto the chair, stepping back down on the chair, making sure that our full foot is nice and flat on the floor. My knee is driven out just a little bit as I step up and come back down. The next piece is going to be coming down as slowly as possible. So I'm going to step up, and then I'm just going to do the negative portion of this lift as I go down, 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 and then put my leg on the ground. And then I can come up and go down, 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 put my leg on the ground. So that's going to be a good variation there too. The next one is going to be going up a little bit harder, and I'm going to lean into this just to get balance on that foot, and I'm going to try and hover. So I'm going to pick that leg up and then stand up. So we can kind of do that, also giving ourselves a little bit of help to get us in there. And so we'll just want to play around with those variations. Then moving on, and this is going back to why bracing is extremely important. So drawing my belly button in, butt tight. Now when I go to lift my leg, I'm not going to overload my quad or my hip flexors. And I'm going to use my lower abs and my quad and my hip flexors to stand up. So one of the hardest parts of a pistol, and this is why in competitions you'll see all the athletes grab their leg and do pistols holding their leg out there, because one of the hardest parts of this is keeping that leg up. And if we're not bracing the right way, we can get some quad cramps going. So since one of the hardest parts of this is picking our leg up, and if we don't have the flexibility to grab our toes, what we can do is just do pistols on the box, and then now my leg can go through the ground. So if I'm standing up here, and I can let my leg go back, okay, just like we were doing, and just keep it off the ground and come back up. And I can even let it go forward a little bit as I go down, and now it's going through the ground as I come back up. So now we have these different variations we can play around with. So what I would recommend is starting with a chair, and this would be super good to do after you warm up, before the workout, is do these exercises that are a little more stability. So let's run through them one more time. The more stability exercise that would be great to do before the workout, or you could do these in the workout as long as we're going for technique in the workout and not going for time, would be the chair variations. And we would start with the step up. We would then go to the step up and the really slow negative down. Then we'd go to the hovering step up. From there, I would remove the chair, but we'll come back to it. And that's where I would go into the box squat or the couch squat pistol. And then we could also try the pistol just with that being kind of a target to get our butt down to. Then after those, I would move into standing up and trying to do the pistols with your feet going through the floor here. Then we can remove the chair altogether, and we can go for doing pistols without any of the modifications there. So that would be kind of the pistol progression. And then while you're sitting at home and you're trying to develop the leg strength for it to assist with it, that's where I would go into the Bulgarian split squats, finding ways to go to failure. And so finding something, and you can even hold, I should have tried this before the video, but you can even hold the chair as you do these to weight the exercise a little bit more. So dumbbells, kettlebells, those things would work better. Your ruck, that would work better, but you can just grab anything to weight it a little bit more. All right, I hope that helps. See you guys soon.